Welcome back. Prof Shagbark here. Today, just a quick sorting episode. I happen to play both standard and GLC, so I keep a lot of my stuff together, but I'm finding it tough to really keep it organized well. So just going to go through and essentially sort this by silver border and yellow border. For those of you that don't know, silver border is essentially everything that started in the Scarlet and Violet series is now all silver border. Anything before that will have a yellow border, right? Which coming in April, almost everything in a yellow border will be rotated out, right? In standard though, anything that is already printed in with the silver border can still be used, which is pretty cool. So we'll go through, I'll make some comments on different things and whatnot, but I have quite the stack to go through of these item cards, right? So Buddy on the right with the silver border, and then anything yellow bordered like this enhanced armor on the left. Cool? Cool. Let's keep going. Hisuian heavy ball, right? Earthen vessel, hard to come by nowadays, or expensive to get them, right? Ultra balls like this, right? So we're going to see some other ultra balls that have yellow borders that will still be able to be played because most likely G, if you see down there, is G, probably won't rotate out quite yet, right? So ultra ball, nest ball, super rod, like we see right here, that ultra ball, right? Still be able to play those ultra balls as we move through standard, but for the sake of this video, we are going to put them into the yellow border area, right? Ultra ball, switch, nest ball, superior energy retrieval, and 3 of them in a row. That's means I took a deck apart, is what that means. So look at all these silver borders right in a row right there. We're just going to go through that pretty quickly and throw all of those right on here without having to go through them, right? Look at what I did. See, this is what I mean, right? Silver bordered switch with a yellow bordered switch. I'm eventually going to put them together and put them in alphabetical order, so whenever I'm looking for a card that I want to play and put into a deck, I'll have it. And these two will be together, but for right now, it'll be much easier for me to just put it in silver and yellow border piles, right? Now into some even older cards here, the tag call, right? I bought a bunch of these just a little while ago because they're pretty necessary for the tag team cards that you need for GLC, right? Which I'll go through my supporters eventually, but Guzmahala, Cynthia Caitlin, those cards are quite some staples in some different GLC decks, right? But those go in yellow border. Switch, Duskball, Fan of Waves, more tag calls, Pokegear 3-0, Ultra Ball Hussein, Heavy Ball, Pokegear. Ooh, that's a pretty beat up town mat, but what's crazy is this card, as it is still worth like $2 to $3 because that's how important it is in GLC. And essentially what it does, it allows you to turn up your prize cards to know what they are for the rest of the game, which is crazy. Quite the item card to play, right? Energy retrieval, counter catcher, capturing aroma, energy lotto, candy, Pal Pad. Ooh, that's an old switch. That's really cool to see. Great ball. Lots of yellow borders. There's a Rotom bike, which is pretty neat, right? Draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hands, but then your turn ends. We can go through the rest of these pretty quickly. Just figured, oh, this one's fun though, right? The thank you promo from going to League, which is awesome. And then the new, how they're stamping new League promos on the super rods. Those go into silver. Here's some more ultra balls, reverse letter encouragement, timer balls, night stretchers, a really cool Pal Pad. Yellow borders, silver border, right? All those were yellow, silver, yellow, hand trimmer, all of these yellow borders. Oh, there's a silver, more yellows. silver, yellow. Whoa, that one is, I think, Italian, an Italian switch. That's pretty cool. All right. Oh boy, some of these I know have the stamps because I like putting those into my GLC decks because I think it's pretty cool. All right. Silver, yellows. As I said in my first video, I eventually do want to get into some deck building and show you my thought process behind that too, which I think is pretty fun. Right, that guy's a little bit too old to play the Devolution spray, unless it's in XY Evolutions, but I'd have to check that. I'm not 100%. But I definitely do like building decks. I'm potentially thinking about cooking up a new metal deck with Orthworm, which I think is a really fun and silly Pokemon. But essentially it would resemble a Dialga deck. So the Metang line would be used, but we'll see. There's some other things that I have to consider with it, right? But it is one of those that probably won't be great in the competitive scene, but will just be very fun to play. And you'll learn that if it's fun, I'm in. I want to try it, I want to test it, I want to put it together, as long as I have the cards. And if I don't have the cards, I'll make something else work for us, right? I'll make something else definitely work for us. You're going to see that I had quite the stack of things to go through here. So our stacks are going to get pretty high on both sides. Professor's Letter, Crushing Hammer, Spicy, Trekking Shoes, Dark Patch, the Evo Incense, right? Nope. Silver. All these yellow ones. So we'll get into a little bit of the silver bordered ones, but it looks like we're going to have quite the stack of yellow bordered ones, which is totally fine. Just means that I don't have quite as many items moving forward for standard whenever it does rotate, which no big deal, because hopefully, well, I mean, a bunch of these are going to be Ultra Balls, which are still playable. Maybe some Great Balls and Switches as well. But for the most part, I might just be building a lot of GLC decks, which is totally fun. Really love that format. Essentially what GLC is a singleton format where you can only play a Pokemon, one of each card with a single name on it except for basic energy, right? So you can only play like one Metang, one Beldum, one Metagross, right? If you're building a steel deck. And they can't have a rule box. So no EX Pokemon, no Radiant Pokemon, nothing with a rule box can be put into those decks. But here we are, finished our sorting of those, which has been quite the stack, right? As you can see, quite a few to go through. I don't know if I'm going to video me sorting these again into alphabetical order or not, but we'll see. All right, have a good day.